Good day. So it's lunchtime, and I left work, stopped by the house because it's on the way to Murder King. Let me get a murder burger, which is directly across the street from Piedmont Hospital. Piedmont Hospital is where my starfish is at, and as of yesterday, no longer allowed to visit starfish. Yeah, I keep a government name off this. All right, so I'm here and Piedmont Hospital is right there. And inside Piedmont Hospital, I'm being told after 2 weeks of being able to visit that they're no longer able to visit, according to the brother. Now that is insane in itself. You're with somebody for 5 years, and a family member can keep you from them because you're not legally married to them. On the pretense of, well, she's a T13, so T13. Google that. You know, it's they have their way of generating storylines to get what they want to get done with family members' assistance, and we all have free will, so she had to play a part in that anyway to be able to allow those circumstances to materialize because we are all living and creating our own reality. Some of us are co-creating things, the things we agree on, and some of us are not. Some of us are just going along for the ride. Yes, can I get a number four? You got a Pepsi? Let me get a Coke. That's it. Thank you. Sorry about that. Today I'm not eating healthy. Okay. Today I want a burger and fries. All right. So yep. So that's. Oops. I'm still looking at me. That's Piedmont. That's where she's at. I live 2 minutes from this hospital. When you come to another state during a pandemic, a lot of people didn't have places to stay. Period. Okay, just real talk. So if you're disciplined enough to find a job in a pandemic when only essential workers are allowed to go to work, if you got a real good job, you could have worked from home. you know, Teachers didn't feel the pinch as much. I just go home and work. Flip flops, pajamas, whatever. You get your lesson plans, email them to me, etc. I get it, but many people weren't in that situation. There was a time period where I had to have a written letter to carry in the car to be able to travel back and forth for work when they did curfews here. And you couldn't be out past 8 o'clock. I had to have a letter to drive with in the event I got stopped, stating I was an essential worker and allowed to drive to go to work. This is crazy. So you stay in a those not a hotel, but those halfway in between hotels is like you get a hotel room and it's not a hotel room, it's got a small kitchen and stuff in it. It's expensive as hell, but you work your butt off and you save to be able to get an apartment, to complete the transition for the move here. But it's not just the apartment. The apartment had to be first floor, especially if you're caring for somebody, it had to be first floor. And the doors had to be wide enough for wheelchairs to get in and out of, particularly the bathroom. And then after you find an apartment like that, you got to wait for the moving date. And for this particular situation, the moving date was April 2nd. So what has to happen there is you have to spend an extra month paying that high weekly amount at that halfway motel is what I call it because it wasn't actually a motel. Um, quality. I forget what it's called, but it's, like I said, the kitchen is actually in the bedroom. It's like a studio, a high ass studio that you don't do a down payment for. They just charge you 460 a week, and it was 460 a week because it's on the first floor. 460 a week, and still saving for an apartment in Georgia. It's not like it's New York. Excuse me a sec. Th- Thank you, sweetie. It's not like it's New York. It's it's Georgia. It's not like the salaries are extravagant in Georgia. Appreciate you, babe. All right. So you get that. Then you get outside interference, and from thank you, sweetie, from a family member, a brother, who calls in, law enforcement on you and all this nonsense to come to investigate. We let them do that. We got nothing to hide. Sure, we let them do that. It's her choice to be where she wants to be at. You can. This is not Nazi Germany yet, even though we're moving toward that. They're utilizing family members to infringe on people's rights because the family members are asleep. They're not bad people. They're just asleep. They're asleep. Okay, they're asleep. There's certain things they're just not aware of. And listen, if you're not looking, seeking, you should find. If you're not seeking for it, you never find it. And if somebody gives it to you, puts it in your lap, you reject it. Real talk. That's a good shot of the hospital. That's Piedmont. I'm on my way back to the house to eat my lunch. Then I'm gonna go back to work. And it's insane, to work to get to that part where you've got everything that you plan to get. Now I could have got it sooner if it was just me, but I made it. I made it. I was asked to come get you, so I got you, and I made it work while working. And that in itself is an insane schedule. Let me give you an example about what the schedule's like as I head back to the house. The schedule's like this. If you work from 6 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, you come home during lunch, check on the person you're taking care of, empty bedpans, you know what I mean? Make a quick lunch for them. You're not eating lunch on your lunch break. You forget that. And you run back to work, get off at 3, and then come back home and give them baths and cook dinner for them and clean the place. And so it's like working 9 hours at work and working another 12 hours at home and then sleeping. And listen, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal to me. I don't know whether I was running on adrenaline, or maybe I was running just on the thought of, or the idea that that I'm actively participating in creating a reality where not only do I get to help starfish survive, but it leads to us being reconnected with Violet. So when law enforcement is called in because a sibling is out of his mind because he's unstable, and believes he has a right he doesn't have. I mean, what's funny is I can't even call him racist. I know he don't like his sister with a black person, but it's hard for me to challenging for me to call him racist because he himself is dating a Chinese woman. I was like, yo, this reality is insane. So and my meditation is like, yo, become an observer. You can't make choices for other people. You can only make choices for yourself. As I get closer to the house. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Closer to the house. Yeah, I'm home. That's 2 minutes from the hospital. Is insane. I can't see it. That's insane. But I'm here, and I did. You can only do what you're allowed to do. It's much easier to go downstream than upstream, to quote Abraham Hicks. All right. I did everything I said I was going to do. Now, and the manifestation of it was an interesting, was very educational for me because not only did I get the first floor, you know, and not only did I get the, let me see, that inside that gate's the pool. So I walk out of my backyard to the pool, which is closed now, but we know why. It's alright. Not only did I get to go walk out of my back door to the pool, I get the first floor, got the first floor, got the doors that are wide enough for wheelchairs, you know, everything that I thought I needed. that I put into my vortex, as Abraham would say, into my vortex to to facilitate an environment for healing, down to the pictures on the wall. My God, down to the alarm system, down to the renter's insurance. You know, I mean, like the manifestations of it was on point, and it was nothing extra really done. It was nothing extra really done. The furniture. It's amazing how my sisters, my sea stars, came together. You know, to help with everything that we needed: kitchen, food, dishes. And the brother-in-law sent me dishware and stuff from overseas. It's insane. So that's nice. Down to the wide doorways for the bathroom. I guess what I'm saying is, I felt good creating this. You know, I got to give the starfish her clothes so she can have clothes when she goes back. Uh, that's her artwork too. She made that. It's insane. It's insane. But she did all the artwork in here except for one picture. The one picture I showed in the last video. This starfish. Yay! So sometimes you make plans, and you follow through on them, and it's a thing where I had this thing like it's sort of like Lot's wife. I don't like to use biblical verses, but it applies. It turned around, became a pillar of salt. My version of that was, if it's a bad situation is about to happen, you have advance notification like you have advance notifications that something like Dick Gregory had. Dick Gregory got a phone call a couple days before 9/11 and said, "Listen, uh, get your family out of New York. Not now, right now." That was the end of the conversation. You either act on that or you don't. Well, Dick Gregory acted on that, and he talked about it. And if I find that link, I'll share that. He talked about it. He acted on it. He talked about it. Okay. So my thing is get in the car. I know something's bad about to happen. Get in the car. I used to always say, and if Olive, which was the dog at the time, is no longer with us, was around, I tell Olive to get in the car once, maybe twice. I get in the car, get in the car. You don't get in the car, gone. You know, because these are interesting times. You know that these are interesting times. I'm going to include a link in the description. I think I did in the last video too, because if you didn't see the last one, I want you to have access to that link as well. Or what happens when people start to become aware of stuff that we knew instantly when the pandemic, scandemic started. We knew it. We knew it. We knew. Listen, we knew we weren't going to let you put no needles in our arms. We knew we wasn't going to let you stick anything up our nasal cavity. Okay, up high up in our nasal cavity. We knew we were people like us. We knew we weren't going to allow that. We're not gonna. We knew that a year ago. All right, but Starfish had already had that done to her twice before the CV-19 thing even hit. She had already had that thing stuck in her nose twice. All right, so we knew that we weren't gonna be part of that. I wasn't gonna be part of that, but she had that twice. And ever since she had that twice, all kind of crap been coming out of her nose. This whole face area was all messed up. Whole face area. That's the evidence. Nowhere else on her body, just her nose and the mustache area of her face or whatever. It was all this stuff coming out through the skin where the toxins were placed. All right? Not by accident. You got to just get to the point where you're asking why. If you're asking why, then you're close. You're close. You're close to becoming aware. And the people who are aware appear crazy. I get it. Go back to, I'm gonna end this with this. Go back to conspiracy theory. Remember the movie Mel Gibson? I enjoyed the movie. him and Julia Roberts, who they say is not a woman but a man, but that's another video. I, I don't have the time to look into that. Um, it appeared crazy through the whole movie until the viewers of the movie got to see that although he appeared crazy from day one, that everything that was happening or he thought was going to happen, he already knew about. It's just you didn't know about it. It's crazy to you because you don't know. It's crazy to you because you don't do 10 years of research, 10 hours a day. It was a lot more than 10 years. I'm just using round numbers. It's crazy to you. This is the stuff that's going to come out, the stuff that's out that you're not aware of now, and the stuff that's going to come out. It's going to be crazy to you because it's going to be new to you. It's not new to us. It's not. We're not shocked. We're not shocked. We're not. And my lunch is almost over, and I didn't even get to eat it. But I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you guys. Plant to see it. We're observers. We're not gonna. And we. I figured out. I figured out. It was told to me. I'm not the only one to figure it out. It was told to me. The key to avoiding the traps is how you respond emotionally. Oh, I can't visit her in the hospital because she refused to take a COVID test. Okay, so when will we be able to visit her? Well, you won't be able to visit her until she takes a COVID test. Oh, really? Okay. A week goes by. Then I go back by to see her, and I'm allowed to see her, and she still hadn't taken their COVID test according to them. Did the rules change? No, but you have to wear this wraparound suit with rubber gloves on to go in to see her. This is 2 days ago, and I keep all the visitor receipts. All right, I just do. So I go in all wrapped up with this human condom thing they got me wearing to go in there to visit. And then the next day I go in, guess what? I don't have to wear the human condom thing. It's like the problem with dealing with a lie, the problem with fooling the public with a series of lies, you know what I mean? To whatever is, listen, you can't support the lie. The house that you built is still, the foundation is lies. And on that foundation is quicksand. Now you may get you fool a lot of people, you will, because people watch the news and just tune into whatever you tell them to do. But you're not going to fool us. And when we get to the point where we don't feel like we have to physically do anything, the battle's not even physical. We don't physically have to do anything. I don't have to try to make you do anything. I don't have to try to make you allow me to see her. None of that. Because that just falls into your trap. Then you can control the narrative. No, thank you. We'll be patient. We'll be patient with the violent stuff. We'll be patient with the starfish stuff. We'll be patient. We will not be triggered. We won't. We're gonna eat my. It's not that I don't care. I'm gonna eat my lunch. I'm gonna go back to work and do what I need to do. I did everything I said I was gonna do. Everything. I did everything I said I was gonna do. From that to the wheelchairs to the art studio, I did everything I said I was gonna do. All right. So I, I guess I'll do the artwork. Right? The fight, the spiritual war continues. I'm on the field. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good day.